Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
Hey up, Finn here, and who'd have guessed it, you're on my channel. Anyway, over the last few weeks, I've been seeing some seriously good success with Subterrors. I've been testing it heavily online, and I've been playing it every week at locals for the majority of this year, so for about 3 months. And I like the deck. Who would have thought? Do a little deck list video on it. I did just top locals last week, and I had a little running streak for 3 weeks where I was topping with Subterrors. But yeah, it's I feel like I've made enough changes to the deck where it warrants a video discussion. It's quite relevant with the current format, especially after this new ban list. So, to start off, we're running 3 Subterror Guru. Who'd have thought? It's the best card in the deck, pretty much. And it facilitates everything that a deck wants to do. You have interaction with being able to flip cards, and you can also search for any card in the archetype apart from itself, which is insane. Next, we're on 3 copies of Subterror Fiendess. You search for Off Guru as your turn 1 play, and she's fantastic. She sets a card, and that allows you to recur resources, and it's also an omni-negate. Next, we have Subterror Nemesis Archer. During a battle phase, if you have a Subterror monster face up, she can beat into a set card and shuffle it into the deck, which is fantastic with Guru, since that sets cards already. Next, hand traps. So we're on 3 Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is fantastic in the current format. It's able to hit every single deck. And now we're on to 1 Effect Veiler. Bit of a spicy tech. That's because we're playing as a engine to go into Halki Fibrax. 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon and 1 Dark Magician, obviously, because we're going to be playing Dragoon. So for the field spells, we're on 3 Hidden City. This is a rota for the deck. You can search for any monster. It also can fade an attack if you have a face down Subterror card, and it can flip a card, which is a lot of interactions with Guru. 3 Red Eyes Fusion. Well, we want to see the Dragoon, so that's why we're playing 3. And we're playing the 1 Scapegoat. I say the 1, it's limited, so we can't run any more, obviously. But the reason we're playing this is to make a very easy access code talker. If we see it in our opening hand, on the 3rd turn, we're able to easily push out an access code talker, and hopefully if our opponent has no interaction to get rid of the Scapegoat, well, probably going to be game. Instant Fusion to make Millennium Eyes or Thousand Eyes, soak up a card, and it can protect your field. Terraforming. Obviously just a search for hidden cities. Next we're on 2 copies of Book of Moon. Book of Moon is a fantastic card in the current format. I can't state it enough. I've been talking to a lot of my friends at the locals about this, and holy fuck, I am in love with this card. One of the main reasons it's so good is going 1st or 2nd. It provides really just crucial interaction. Being able to set a card, it kills it. It's not available to be accessed unless the plane invoked. Going 1st, it's a set. Going 2nd, it can force negate or set a problematic card. Duality is a fantastic card. We can dig 3 cards deep, and the special summoning restriction isn't too impactful for the deck. Next we're on 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. This card is absolutely abusable. Being able to dig 6 cards deep into a deck that runs just pretty much purely off one-offs that are abusable and broken for a reason is not fair or fun for your opponent. You're able to see cards like Skill Drain or Imperial Order several times easier than you might do with a card such as like Extravagance. Next run to our traps, 2 copies of Final Battle. This card's absolutely insane as it allows us to have just so much interaction with our own board. Flipping and setting cards are able to resolve effects pretty easily with the clause that allows card effects that have Subterror in the name to not be negated. That's pretty cool, I guess. Next, Free Judgment. Outside of Super Poly, this can out pretty much every single card in the game. It allows us to get out of situations that might become hairy further down the line. On to our Floodgates. We're on 2 copies of Tikaboo. Tikaboo is a fantastic card, allowing most decks to not be able to do anything. Unless you're playing Bird Up, in which case, yeah, you're fine. And then we've got good old Skill Drain and Imperial Order. This deck doesn't really care about either cards. Skill Drain can be, well, nullified with Final Battle. The Force Claws being like your card effects of like Subterror cards can be negated, something along those lines. which means skill drain is only affecting your opponent's cards. Next one, 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. I was running 3, but I feel like since it's a hard once per turn, and I was seeing 2 copies like somewhat often. Next run for our targets for instant fusion, Thousand Eyes and Millennium Eyes. Millennium Eyes is able to stop pretty much every hand trap in the game. And then we've also got a Thousand Eyes, which going second allows you to technically go +1. It can be a +2 if they have a monster in the incorrect zone and you can suck it up with an anima. Next run for our targets for Scapegoat. 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Link Spider, and a Link Karibo. Did you know that Scapegoat is a 1-card access code talker? 1 Anima, and 1 copy Selene. So Anima has a lot of uses in this deck. First of all, with a Fiend S, we're able to suck up an opponent's card if they have it in the incorrect zone, which I will not harken on about too much. And then we also have Selene, which allows us to basically make a 2-card access code talker, which is really handy. Subterror Guru with a Final Battle and an access code talker summoned with Selene is an OTK. That's one reason for the card. Also, being able to pop up to 3 cards, which is usually what happens to a 3 cards, is pretty disruptive. Oh, and 1 Halki Firebrax. This is the reason why we're playing 1 copy of Effect Veiler. With the Halki Firebrax, we can summon the Veiler, and we can make Selene. Selene will bring back the Effect Veiler, and the Effect Veiler can go into an anima. This will allow us to make a copy of Access Code Talker that will not only have 2 spots in the graveyard to destroy cards, but it was also made with a link free, so it has 5300 attack for some reason. Anyway, Verte Anaconda, it allows us to turn 2 cards into a Dragoon. Pretty good. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and 1 Unicorn. These can be good responses if our opponent has some particularly nasty cards that we need to out. Here's our big boy himself, Dragoon. I see this card outed so much, it's actually depressing. I don't think I've been kaiju'd so many times in my entire life, or super polyed, than in this format. This Dragoon does not stay on the board for long, it just sucks up responses all day long. And finally, 1 Entis and an Omega. That's because in our side deck, we're playing Triple Dogmatic of Punishment. The main reason for this is, in the late game, in some certain matchups, Omega can allow us to get our Phoenix back into the deck while also popping a card, obviously. Also, Entis is like great for extending destruction on the board. Double Imperm, I'm thinking about running 3 and maybe cutting one of the Drawn Lockbirds. Imperm is really good at the moment. It's a fantastic out to both Dragon Link and Bird Up. There's a lot of cards I like, but I love No Material. It's just so annoying. Going to combo, this is like the best out you have. So if they don't have a Talents or a Cold by the Grave, No Material shuts down cards like Wyvern Buster. What could potentially be like a +2 or a +3 turns into a dead card, and they usually can't extend their plays to their desired board state. They'll have a subpar board if you can manage to hit the right card. Finally, free draw. I feel like this is a remnant from the past format. The ban list hit Drytron really hard and Virtual World, and this was the main out. I mean, it's good against Dragon Link, don't get me wrong. It stops like the searching and all those shenanigans. But outside of Dragon Link, which isn't something that I expect to be playing against all the time, I don't know, I need to do some more playtesting and see how things turn out, but draw's like on the chopping block at the moment. Thank God, finally, the last 3, 2, whatever cards, these are the last cards in the deck. So we've got the Feather Duster, which is a fantastic out to control boards, and 2 Cyclone, which is Cyclone. There's not really much else to say. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching my deck profile. If you have any more like tips or whatever for the deck, I'd love to see them in the comments below. Don't forget to like it and subscribe. Also, drop a subscribe if you aren't already, to drop some love to a channel called I'm Screech. He's helped a hell of a lot with the deck building process for this. We've done a lot of deck testing and whatnot. We also do like streams every so often, which can be quite fun. Anyway, see you all later.